Hi everyone, so this video is going to take you through how to use panning within Soundtrap. So panning is a really neat technique where it forces all of the sound either out of your right side or just out of your left side of your headphones or speakers, right? So again, panning is just panning all the sound or a specific sound to one side or the other side. So you can pan either to the right or you can pan to the left. Excuse me. So for purposes of this, what you need to do is come up with 30 seconds of music. I don't care what genre it is. I don't care if it's beats that you've used previously. Just come up with a good 30 seconds of music. And then we're going to play around with synchronizing. So right here, I have got 30 seconds of music. And when I hit play, you'll hear it just comes out stereo. So it comes out of both sides at the same time, which we refer to as stereo. So that's what this, let's take a listen. Alright, so there's my 30 seconds of music. All comes out the same way. We can add panning to shift from one side to the other based off of using augmentations. So I'm going to play with just these two to start because I want you to really hear what they sound like. So if we hear in stereo, that's what it sounds like right now. If I go and I add panning augmentation, so let's go ahead, we're going to pan this one first. So I'm going to click my augmentation button, I'm going to click the box, and I'm going to choose pan. And again, I've got a line, and this line will represent going left or going right, okay? So, just like with our dynamics, we have anchors that we can put in, and I'm going to put some obvious ones in first. So to start off, I'm going to pan the whole thing left, and then I'm going to have it come down, I'm going to have it pan right, I'm going to have it come back up, to pan just left again. So if I listen to just this loop by itself, let me just mute just this. Listen, make sure you've got two headphones in, okay? Or make sure you've got two stereo speakers on either side. You can actually hear it move. So if you've got headphones in, listen to it again. You will actually hear the sound move from one side, you'll hear it shift to the other, and then you're going to hear it shift back again. Listen. So there are brief moments where this is actually stereo, which is kind of cool. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in the augmentation for this one. And I am going to do the exact opposite of what I just did. I'm going to have it go back and forth like that. Okay, so now you see at the same time they're going to cross each other. So you should hear them. Let's listen to just this one by itself first. Right? Okay, so you can hear it moving. Let's listen to what they sound like together. These just kind of shift and they just kind of move, and it's really cool. So this is playing with the panning. So I want you to play with panning throughout your piece, okay? I think in this beginning part, there'd be some really neat ways that we can use panning in this part as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in panning tracks to both of these guys, and play with the volume too. Like you've got so many options. So I think for this guy, I think I might just pull this guy one way, pull this way, so you can hear like the obvious to begin with. Then you can do some really neat things. So, kind of like I explained with volumes at one point, like you can like get wild and crazy, right? do things like this actually kind of cool. Listen. You can really hear it moving back and forth, which is really interesting. So take some time, play with this, explore. Make sure you've got 2 headphones in. Sometimes, often, I work with just 1 headphone in. This project won't work as well with that. So make sure you've got 2 in, so you start with the stereo sound, and then you can play with panning, which is moving sound from one side to the next. Have fun!